Welcome to the Chasing Spirituality podcast. I'm your host, Megan, and I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Each episode is full of heartfelt and expansive content that will really help you expand your consciousness and grow as a person. I created this podcast because I wanted to share my own personal experiences on my spiritual journey, but I also wanted to meet others and have them share what they've been through and how they've gotten to where they are today. If you haven't done so already, it would really mean a lot to me if you could rate and review the podcast. This really helps the podcast grow and reach more people, but it also allows me to get more guests on the show. Now on to today's topic. Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of Chasing Spirituality. I'm super excited that you're here for this solar plexus episode. This is the third episode in the chakra series. Well, fourth if you include the intro that talks about all of the chakras and kind of how they work as a system and what that's all about. But this is the third chakra in the 7 that we're going to be talking about in this series. So we've gone over the first chakra, which is the root. We've gone over the second chakra, which is the sacral. And now we're talking about the solar plexus chakra. So if you haven't listened to those other episodes, feel free to go back and listen to them at any time. You don't really have to listen to them in any particular order. But I'm not going to go over the basics of the chakra system. So if you do want to know more about that before you listen to this, you definitely got to go back and check out episode 1. And as always, if you want that chakra meditation, I've done one with every chakra so far, so I'll be doing one on the solar plexus, and I'll be posting this in the Chasing Spirituality community, so you can listen to this to help you connect and balance your own solar plexus chakra. You can get that if you are a community member, and if you're not a community member, you can visit my website and find out more about the community and what you can do to join. So we're just going to go ahead and jump into this sweet and quick and very digestible episode on the solar plexus. So the solar plexus, like I said, is your third chakra. It's represented by the color yellow, and it's around your belly button. And it is represented by the element of fire, and the mantra for this is Ram. So what I've noticed about the solar plexus chakra is it really is our center of power. It's where our personal power is, whether that's empowerment, as in like believing in yourself, believing that you can do anything, or whether it's willpower to succeed, to get things done, to trust yourself, to withstand certain things, like it's your power center. And so I find that this chakra is a common one that people find blocked, especially in the type of society that we live in, where we have been disempowered basically our entire lives. So this particular chakra, I feel like, has lots and lots of issues in people that grew up in, who may be anywhere between like their 30s to 60s right now, very disempowered state. So unless you've done a lot of work on yourself, or you just grew up in a really great household that helped empower you and helped you believe in yourself, it's very common that you'll have issues in this area. So I personally have issues in this area. This is one that I've been working on for the last several years, and I've just now really started to see a drastic difference in that area. So be patient with yourself. Understand that it's okay. We all feel disempowered from time to time. You've just got to look at what's disempowering you and why. But we'll get into that in another episode. You guys let me know if you want me to do an episode on empowerment, because I'll totally do it. And for this particular episode, we are not going to go that deep. Another thing about this chakra is some of the signs of stress. It can produce feelings like you're lacking your goals or ambitions. You may feel lazy, like you don't have anything to aspire to. You can have issues with your gut health or adrenal issues, increased need for control, low self-esteem, overworking yourself to exhaustion, and even a superiority complex. It also can lead to gas, nausea, diabetes, respiratory problems, arthritis, abdominal ache, nerve pain, and problem in losing weight and governing weight. This chakra in particular, it really helps us with our unique expression. You know, it really helps us learn to embody who we really are and own that and have more confidence around that. It helps enhance our intellectual abilities, our accountability, ideas, and plans that really help us tap into that inner wisdom. So it has a lot to do with trusting yourself so that you can really be who you're meant to be. So a lot of you may be working on that right now, like as we speak. You may be working on being more authentic and standing in your truth and standing in your power. This is a chakra that you need to work with. And so some crystals that I personally use when I work with this chakra is pyrite. Pyrite's like my favorite one to use, but you could really use any of like the gold stones. The gold stones are really good. Malachite is one that's good for the heart chakra and the solar plexus, so that, you know, that could work as well. Sound frequencies, obviously you can use sound frequencies to help you heal this chakra. For yoga, some good poses would be mountain pose or warrior pose. Some affirmations that, you know, could really help you if you're struggling is I am enough. I have purpose. I know who I am and I live in my truth. I am confident. I am authentic. I am strong, capable, and powerful. Also, if you've heard of the practice of calling your power back, this could be a really good one for you to do. Some essential oils would be rosemary, chamomile, cedar, bergamot. And some foods that you can try to incorporate into your everyday life to help balance would be like the yellow foods. So bananas, pineapples, lemons. Also, grains are really good for the solar plexus chakra. As always, guided meditations, focusing the color yellow in your solar plexus center, Reiki, all of these things are great to help balance all of your chakras. Certain sound frequencies, which I mentioned earlier, you know, there's certain frequencies that resonate with your solar plexus. So listening to these sounds, whether you go to a sound bath and you experience sound bowls, or you just download something on your phone or on Spotify, all of these are great tools to help you find balance within that solar plexus. And again, just to kind of recap some of those symptoms when your solar plexus is imbalanced, it's really about power. So do you find yourself feeling like you have low confidence, low self-esteem, a lack of self-trust, a lack of trust in others, a lack of trust in the universe, in your guides, in your abilities? That kind of thing is very common with solar plexus issues. Seeing things from a very, like, me perspective, you know, like selfishness and just not having a lot of self-awareness in general, because the third chakra is, you know, about the self. It is about the relationship that we have with the self, but we have to grow that into having more self-awareness and leaving kind of behind some of those feelings of me. And so being very self-centered, not having a lot of awareness around yourself and your true intentions, this can also be very common with solar plexus issues. When you're in alignment and you have a balanced solar plexus, you are going to start trusting yourself more. You know, not to say that it's always going to be perfect, but you're going to have more confidence. You're going to have more self-awareness. You're going to start listening to your own inner voice and your own intuition more, and you're really going to build into that. It's going to feel like you are in control, and not because you have a need for control, but just because you are. Your existence is powerful and you can own your own power. So I hope that this helps you in some way. I hope that this helps you learn more about the solar plexus so that you can work with your own chakra system. And again, if you are looking for a guided meditation to help you find balance within this center, you can check that guided meditation out in the community. And if you're looking for Reiki or some help balancing the chakras, I am a Reiki practitioner and I have those services on my website. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Love ya. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you love. And it would mean so much to me if you could rate, review, and subscribe so that the podcast can reach and assist more people. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love.